Hi, and welcome to day 17, the yoga of silly. Silly in our modern language often means absurd or ridiculous, but it wasn't originally that way. It comes from the Old English word silly, which translates as happy, lucky, blissful, or blessed. So thinking of it that way, I feel like the more silly I can become, the more lucky or blessed or happy I feel. So as we move through our practice today, we're going to do some things that might make you feel pretty silly or self-conscious, but switch that in your mind to feeling happy and blissful and blessed. We're going to start on our feet like we did yesterday with our toes pointing back. And again, for you, if that doesn't feel quite comfortable, put a blanket under your feet or feel free to sit on a block between your thighs. Then let your hands rest in your lap. Close your eyes, big breath in through your nose, exhale. Sigh it out, get present. As you sit here, feel the corners of your mouth slightly lift. Feel an inner smile, what's called the Buddha smile. And notice in your body today, when you have that idea of the inner smile, how the energy shifts in your body, how you feel lighter, freer, more connected, more open. Notice the effects of that. And in your mind, inner smile, what happens to your thoughts? Do they maybe calm or slow down a little bit? Do they have less ability to irritate you or get you upset? From the inner smile of the Buddha, what happens to your mood? Does it elevate? Does it soften? Or does it not? Notice that too. Are you holding on? What are you holding on to and why? Ask yourself that. With curiosity, there's no judgment. Notice your breath. Soft, slow breaths. Almost as if you're being breathed. There's no effort on your part. And then our complete breaths, 3 Dirga Pranayama. Visualize your lungs expanding out in all directions as you inhale, taking in as much breath as possible. And then pressing out all that breath, especially like in the inner folds of the lungs. See if you can get rid of the breath that's been hanging out for a while. It's stale. You don't need it. Press it out. And then inhale, fill yourself with new, clean, clear energy. And then release, like a smoke out through your nose. One more. We'll say the sound of Om together. Deep inhalation. Bringing your hands together, heart-centered, namaste hands, or the Anjali Mudra, as it's also known. Dropping your chin slightly towards your chest, still feeling that inner smile. Maybe an outer smile too, with the corners of your mouth lifting just slightly. Thinking of the word silly or silly, blessed, happy, lucky, blissful. Your intention today is to focus on those qualities, cultivating them within yourself. Especially at the times that you don't want to, when that's not your natural reaction. Respond in that way instead. Choose to respond with happiness. Then releasing your hands down, open your eyes softly, and we'll begin with what's called the lion's breath, a type of pranayama. It's a forceful exhalation through your mouth. It's about one of the silliest things you can do in yoga. You stick your tongue out, you tense and tone all of the muscles of your face and your neck, and your eyes roll into your head, and then you hold it, and your fingers are spread wide. So it's a deep cleansing breath from the low lungs, pressing the breath out. Then you hold it out for about 15 seconds as you maintain that lion's pose. I'm going to do it with you, so you probably won't look worse than me, so don't worry about that. Start with your eyes closed. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale, exhaling out of your mouth. Stick your tongue out, roll your head back, tone your face. I can't really talk when I'm doing it, so I'm explaining it now. And go. And slowly release. Tongue back in your mouth. Close your eyes. Relax your fingers. Keep your eyes closed and feel the toning effects that has on your face, your facial muscles, and in your brain. Notice what's happening in your brain as you do it. And then open your eyes. We're going to do it one more time. This time it's called pouncing lion. So if you're sitting on a block or your feet, let's tuck our toes under. It'll be a little bit easier to pounce. You can slide the block out. You won't be on your feet that long, so bear with me. When we pouncing, it's onto our hands and knees. It's that same motion, exhaling out of your mouth, tongue out, eyes back, face toned. It's really ridiculous. We'll do it together. Inhale, exhale. And then release. Good job. Peanut butter jar ribs. Inhale your ribs up to the side, to the right, and then exhale down to the left. Torso down and then up and spin. Let your head go. Let your shoulders get into it and your hips. You might open your knees a little bit wider. Up and down. One direction a few times and then the other. They call this peanut butter jar ribs because the image, the visualization, is like your finger is trying to get every last bit of peanut butter out of the jar, and your ribs are doing that same motion of swiping and sweeping around to the side. Good. And then back through center. Let's tuck our toes under. Lift our hips, downward facing dog. Shake out your head. Do a lion's breath here. Inhale through your nose, exhale. Out of your mouth, stick your tongue out. Shake it out. Then breathe through your nose, release. Look up between your hands. Let's jump up into a squat. So your feet are going to come wider than your hands. You might bring your hands a little bit closer together to help that happen. Knees bend, hop up into your squat, palms together. And here, just move kind of left to right, side to side, or forward and back, toes to your heels. Though if your heels are lifted, you can just stay still because it's a lot harder to balance on your toes as you're moving. Let your fingers interlace. Then we'll inhale up. Either side, reach over, exhale, out of your mouth. And then inhale up, exhale, other side. Out of your mouth. You don't have to stick your tongue out this time unless you really want to. And then inhale up, exhale your hands down. Then shake it out, kind of jump a few times up and down. Shaking your arms, shaking your legs, shaking your head. Up to the front of your mat. Wiggle out anything else that needs to get free. And opening your eyes, inhale, exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look up halfway. And then exhale, lower. Step or hop back to your plank. I'm going to encourage you to hop, even if it's a disaster, just play with it. And then lower all the way down to the floor. Baby cobra like we did way in the beginning. Inhale, come up, but don't use your hands. Hold it here. Then lion's breath, one more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Stick your tongue out. And then release. All the way down. Tuck your toes under. Press up and back to a child's pose. Sitting down, long arms, hands back by your feet. You're rocking gently side to side. And slide your hands forward. Inhale up onto your hands and knees and exhale lower down, all the way onto your belly. Into Sphinx pose like we did in our yin class. You can let your neck disappear into your shoulders for a moment and then press into your elbows, lift your neck long. Separate your knees wide, knees bent, soles of your feet together. Elbows pulling back and heart pulling forward. Do a variation of, it's like a seal sphinx almost. With your feet together, try to imagine you have a paintbrush between your feet and you're painting a circle on the wall behind you. So you're rotating your ankles together in one direction, then the other. This can feel quite unusual too. You can feel silly doing this if you can't really see your feet. Then think figure 8 or infinity symbol with your feet, and then the other way. And then clapping your feet together. You did a good job. You got it. And then pressing up and back, wide child's pose, one hand on top of the other through your thighs. Turn your head to one side and relax. And then the other side. Coming up, slide your hands out, knees together. Shift your hips to the right, legs out straight. We'll lower down onto our backs. Feet up off the ground, hands on your knees like gear shifts of a car, and then let your legs go passive. You'll do the movement with your arms instead of the legs. Your left knee, feel it move in towards you as your right knee moves away. So you're circling your knees, your legs, in opposite directions. And remember, again, passive legs, so they're heavy. They kind of flop out to the side. Then you guide them back in with your arms. Then change directions. Left thigh in towards you as your right thigh moves away. Okay, you got that. That was easy enough. Then back through center. Cross your wrists, right hand to your left knee, left hand to your right knee, and try to do the same motion. Left knee in towards you as your right knee moves away. I've done it quite a bit, so I can get it pretty quickly, but if you've never done this before, usually you're kind of stuck and your legs don't move, and it makes you laugh at how ridiculously difficult a movement like this can be. Then you finally maybe figured it out, and then you change directions. Here, now I'm stuck. There we go. Left knee moves. Right knee moves. If you're not laughing or smiling, you're not doing this posture correctly. And then back through center, knees together, feet down. A dynamic bridge where we'll do another lion's breath, another cleansing, silly, silly breath. Fingers down by your feet, toes forward, feet in line with your hips. Inhale, and as you lift your hips, you'll bring your arms up overhead, palms up, and then lion's breath. Look back with your eyeballs, tongue out. Squeeze and tone your face as you hold. And then release your tongue, soften your face, exhale down just one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lion. And then release, inhale, all the way down. Good. Arms out to the side. Just do a couple easy twists, left to right. Knees to one side and then the other together. Moving pretty fluid and free. For a gentle twist through the spine. And back through center. Feet down, exhale. Shavasana. Once you get on the ground, press your toes, the balls of your feet away from you so that your body shakes along the ground up and down. Your head will make a yes movement. This will help relax your muscles and your fascia, that connective tissue that runs all along your body. And then releasing. Big breath through your nose. Exhale. No more lion's breath, just release. Down. Soft eyes, soft forehead, throat, shoulders. down your arms, the relaxation moves to your hands, chest, belly, down your legs, to the very tips of your toes. Your whole body is relaxed. Stay in this relaxed, happy, blissed, blessed, vibrant state as long as you would like today.